Is the MOVA P20 Ultra Just a Dad approved? It absolutely is. Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad, and the MOVA P20 was an amazing robot that I absolutely loved at a budget entry level. So if this is your first time buying a robot vacuum cleaner, the MOVA P20 would be a great robot for you. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why I loved it, the different features on it, how to use the app and different things like that. So let me first start off by saying I did purchase this robot vacuum cleaner with my own money. I wasn't paid for this video. I don't receive sponsorships and I don't receive free products, but I do use links. So if you purchase this product off of my description link or on my website, justadadapproved.com, I do earn a small commission off of that sale. It's a way of helping support my channel. This is home of the honest review. I do want to get you the best robot for the best price. Now, when I purchased this robot vacuum cleaner, it was on sale for around $430. That's a great price point for an entry-level robot that can vacuum and mop your house at the same time. Now, there's lots of premium flagships and they got a lot more bells and whistles, but they seem to remove just enough of those bells and whistles to kind of bring the price point down to where this is an entry level that vacuums and mops your house at the same time. Now, it kind of is in an area where I don't quite understand what MOVA's doing. We've got the P10 Pro Gen 2, we've got the Gen 1, we got the P70 now. I will be getting the Z70 when it comes out. So they did remove a couple things. They removed the camera on the front. So if you're worried about privacy, it doesn't have a camera. You'll see in this video the optical avoidance is not the best. It does okay. Now, they also removed hot water mop washing. And I thought I was gonna miss that. And what I found is when I emptied the dirty water tank was extremely dirty. And I thought, wow, since it's not washing those mop pads with hot water, it's just not gonna be that good of a robot. But they have the newer technology of pushing the mop pads down when it mops. So I think that pushing of the mop pads down is doing a lot more than the hot water mop washing. Now, what I did find is the mop pads did need to be freshened up a little bit more often. So what you can do is, since it's washing the mop pads with cold water, it dries them with hot air, which I like to prevent odor. I did have to find myself taking the mop pads off about a week or two earlier than say like a P70 or a P10 Pro Gen 2 and freshen them up in the laundry because the mop pads will get dirt in them and you want to get that dirt out a little sooner. So again, budget, entry level, they took a few features away to hopefully bring the price down, but they did increase the tank size, which I thoroughly enjoy bigger water tanks because I get tired of filling the clean water tank up and emptying the dirty water tank. Now, this is the white version, and there was something about the tank whenever I emptied it, the water was just extremely dirty. Now, I think that had a lot to do with it being in a white tank, but this robot was vacuuming and mopping my house extremely good, which is exactly what you're gonna see in this video. The MOVA P20 does a great job of navigating your room. It's gonna vacuum in nice straight lines. Here it's vacuuming this family room. It just does a great job. I love coming home. It's so satisfying seeing where exactly the robot has gone in a nice straight line. It can go under some furniture, as you're going to see here. When it does, it actually vacuums and does a really good job of navigating. On to the kitchen. This is where we can see it mopping. It can extend the side mop right up against the wall. I love that feature. Now, it doesn't have a side brush that it can do, but I do like having that mop go right up against the wall. It does a great job of navigating your kitchen. It's going to do a really good job here. You're going to see toe kick area. I love when it can clean right underneath the toe kick area. It has really good optical avoidance. And now you're going to see it go right up against the stove. Again, just does a great job of cleaning. Another toe kick area. It's going to go in, extend that side mop. So it mops in nice straight lines. When it gets to one of your carpets, it'll raise the mop pads, then put them back down and continue mopping. Just a really good mopping robot. Watch the robot's body. When it lifts the mop pads up, it comes down a little bit. That's how hard it was pressing down. Watch as I empty the dirty water tank on the MOVA P20. Wow, that water just seems so dirty. Wow, I'm just so impressed at how well it cleans. Now don't forget your denture cleaning tablets. Now, optical avoidance is one area where the P20 struggles. As you're going to see here, it does not identify the cable, but it does identify the sock for the most part, and it does identify that fake poop. But the cable, it did really struggle with. So if your home is cluttered, it may not be the best one. Let's cut the dust bag open on the P20, and you're going to see this thing did a really good job of vacuuming at my home. I have a pet, lots of dog hair. Now let's wash all the parts. So easy to do. This shares a lot of the same parts with the MOVA P10 Pro, and cleaning is just a breeze. Make sure you let the parts dry in the sun or on the register. I really love the MOVA app. You can zoom in, pinch and zoom. We can see right where the carpet is. It's got like a different color. I like that it puts different colors for the different rooms. And it just does a really good job of mapping my home. It's very intuitive, easy to use. We can go in here. We can do a vacuum only event, pick the different levels of vacuuming. We can do a mopping only event. We've got a slider scale. We can slide exactly how wet we want the mop. We can do a vacuum and mop together. What I really like is mop after vacuum. Again, with all the same settings. The MOVA app has just enough settings to really fine tune this for your home, but I love how many settings it has for the app. You can go in there and do room partition, pick the ground environment, have it clean in the direction of your floor. You can put no-go zones, and you can also put virtual walls, and you can also the cleaning sequence, which I really do love. The MOVA app is just packed with features to really fine-tune this for your home. I've been using this now for over 2 years. From the very get-go, it was easy to use. They've only upgraded it, and I absolutely love it. It is the best app out there for controlling a robot vacuum cleaner, which I consider to be the most important part of a robot vacuum cleaner, because this is the only way you are able to interface with it. Let's go over the scorecard for the MOVA P20. Hassle-free, very easy to set up and maintain, 10 out of 10. Overall, 8.4 out of 10. This is a really good robot. You want to get this if you're on a budget. If you don't like changing out the water tanks very often, this is the robot to get. Is the P20 just a dad approved? It absolutely is. I loved it. It was great having it at home. Who should buy this? Well, if you have a large home, if you want to set it and forget it. Mopping was a real highlight, and if you have both carpet and hard floors, this will be a great robot. Skip this if you want one with a camera. Also, if you have really thick carpets, this may struggle a little bit because it cannot leave its mop pads back at the base station. So bottom line, I would have no problem at all recommending this to my friends and family. I wouldn't have no problem at all putting this in my mom's house. While she may not be able to do all the maintenance, I think she would be able to handle the tanks, maybe the filter if she had to do that once in a while. Entry level, somebody that doesn't want to have to think a lot about a robot vacuum cleaner, this is a great robot vacuum cleaner to get. The parts are almost identical to the MOVA P10 Pro, except for the brush up front, which is separate but super easy to change. This system of spinning mop pads is just a very good system for entry level, first time robot vacuum cleaner. If you don't want to mess with the settings a bunch, you don't want to have to kind of hassle with it, what I call this is just a really good robot vacuum cleaner. Now, P10 Pro Gen 2. Now, I have to mention the P10 Pro Gen 2 in this video because very similar robots, okay? Again, I'm wondering where this fits in, but I would get whichever one's cheaper. Optical avoidance sensor on the front was exactly the same as the P20. If you're worried about privacy, both of them don't have cameras. Both of them push the mop pads down with 12 newtons of force, which does a really good job mopping. The P10 Pro Gen 2, it washes the mop pads with hot water, extremely hot water, almost boiling. So I found the mop pads were able to stay on the robot a little bit longer, not much. They eventually get flat over time that you just have to replace them. So that's going to be, which one would I get? And would I get the Gen 1? Well, I think we've got enough advanced features that we're starting to get away from the P10 Pro Gen 1, but sometimes that price point's like $300. And when that's $300, I might get that. So the P10 Pro Gen 2 was $400 during Prime days, and now this one's $450. So again, kind of a toss-up. I like the larger water tanks, and I thought the P20 Ultra did an amazing job at my home. So again, whichever one's cheaper at the time you're buying, that's the one I would get. Now, the best place to go to find these robot vacuum cleaner picks is justadadapproved.com. Up here in the top header, you're going to see best overall vacuums, best for pet hair, best under 1,000, best under 500, and best under 300. Let's check best overall. I don't give you 20 picks. I give you 5 of my top robot vacuum cleaners with the score, but I have all the information to back it up. If you want to read the full review, why did I pick the MOVA V50? Let's go see the full review. You can see the videos that I have right here to back it up. I have my 3-month real-world score test, my real-world testing results, cost to own, my robot specs that I think are important to robot vacuum cleaners, some quick buy it if, skip if, and then a simple review. Thanks everybody for watching. If you found this video helpful, hit the like and subscribe button. Also check out where you can find all my approved products on my website, justadadapproved.com. You'll see a little link to it here at the end of the video. If you click on that, that's going to take you right to my website.